Can music help you focus, or it's just a distraction? This is one question that I get asked a lot, and in my opinion, music does help. So today I'm gonna show you my secrets and tell you how listening to certain types of music helps me achieve maximum academic performance. Hey everyone, it's Teri and welcome back to my channel. Here in this channel, I talk about dance music, basically just everything about festivals, DJs, and EDM. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and turn on notifications so you get notified every time I upload a new video. So focusing is a hard thing to do for modern people. We have so many distractions in our daily lives, the TV, the social media, our phones, and so many more. And our mind is almost always occupied by something else, and we are getting stimulated all the time by almost everything. So this is why students nowadays are having a hard time focusing and studying. And I am part of this generation, so yeah, I know how hard it is. That's why I'm making this video, because music is one of the most important things in my life. It helps me tremendously in every part of my life. When I'm studying, when I'm editing videos, when I'm doing creative writing, working out, or even when I'm sleeping. If I can, I'd like to have music in every second of my life, honestly. During my days at school, I was probably not the student with the best focus ability. I fell asleep reading history, I got tied up in math problems. I'm really bad at math, by the way, but I love science. And I spaced out when the teacher was talking on the stage. I forgot to do my homework. I had some problems that bothered me from time to time. So I was not some kind of a genius or a perfect student. I was really just like everyone else. But the thing is, I took my me study time very seriously. So no matter which lecture I accidentally slept through, it's probably quite a lot, I would study afterwards and try to teach myself. But anyways, I was very strict about building a good and steady environment for my personal study time. And I consider that the reason why I could get some decent results during my college entrance exam. Because I had created so many high quality personal study sessions, I could get the most out of this very limited brain. So in today's video, I'm gonna first share some general ideas of how music helps me with my studies. Then I'm gonna break things down and talk about how different genres of music helps me with certain subjects or tasks. And finally, I'll share some more tips about picking the best music for yourself and customizing your exclusive study playlist. So make sure to watch till the end, and let's get started. So first thing first, can music help you concentrate? Well, concentrating is a status where you're keeping your mind on just one single subject. And oftentimes, our focus is very scattered. We are reading, but also thinking about the party on the weekend, the ice cream in the fridge, or that crush you met at school, all at the same time. And that can easily drain our mental energy as we are constantly switching in between worrying about different things and left us with very little done. So that's why we need to concentrate and get things done one task at a time. So in order to do that, we want to remove all the distractions and create a direct focus, just like a laser beam. So in theory, pure silence should be the best environment, right? But not everyone can handle pure silence. So for example, I get super anxious in silence. My mind would start to pick up the little clicks or even imagine if there was some kind of other sounds, and all the strange thoughts in my mind would start talking, and just the anxiety would kill me. So what I need would be a simple and steady environment that kind of gently surrounds me. It fills the blank to some level to make me feel safe and leave the rest for me to work on my stuff. And good focus music creates exactly that. It keeps you in a steady flow, it occupies your mind just a tiny little bit so you feel safe to work on your tasks without worrying about other stuff. So it's kind of like creating a safe nest that holds your mind so you can function your brain in the best way possible. So with that being said, we can first list out some musical qualities that we'd like to avoid when choosing your focus music. Number 1, music with lyrics you understand. So when there are lyrics, it's kind of like someone is talking to you, so that would be too much of a distraction. Some people say all music with lyrics is not okay, but for me, if it's a language I don't understand, it's very close to pure music to me. So that's why I said lyrics you understand. But human vocals do add up as a new stimulation, so we want to avoid that. Number 2, music with dramatic energy changes or too much energy. So if a song is very quiet at the start but built into something really loud, it interrupts the consistency of our flow and causes it to fluctuate, and that's something we don't want. And also if a song is too happy, too energetic, or too sad and it makes you cry, it's gonna disturb our flow as well. So remember, we want to create a consistent environment. Number 3, music with harsh or close to noise sounds. Here I need to clarify that there's no hate towards any type of music, just to give you guys a simple idea according to the general standards, because you guys know I love dubstep, right? So music with harsh sounds, like the leading in many dubstep tracks, some rock and roll death growl.
Let's get reckless!
These sounds are too prominent that they become a new stimulation and oftentimes make us excited or anxious. Alright, so those are the types of music we want to avoid. Now, what exactly are the good types of music? Here you go. Number 1, classical music. Classical music is a great choice for focusing. It's harmonic, it's instrumental, it's elegant, and it was made by the best musicians in the world back when they didn't have any technology to cheat. It calms you down, it creates the flow we want, and the harmonic melody helps us with thinking and solving problems. So I love classical music with subjects I'm not good at, like math, or when I'm doing creative writing, so I really need to develop my ideas. When I was little, I used to listen to classical music radios on my parents' car on my way to school while cramming for the test in the morning, and it worked like magic. So classical music is just great for whenever you need your brain to work very intensively. I love to start it with Mozart, by the way, and Einstein was also a big fan of his music. Number 2, jazz and lounge music. If you just decided that you're gonna listen to classical and work intensively all day long, think again, because believe me, you're gonna get tired at some point. And we don't need to work that intensively all the time. So this is when jazz and lounge comes in. Jazz and lounge is very relaxing while keeping the rhythm. It keeps you in a stress-free mood, so I love it when I'm studying subjects I'm good at, like Chinese and English. Since you're good at the subject, you don't need to work that intensively. What you need is something that keeps you constantly happy and relaxed so you don't get bored or annoyed. Number 3, Bossa Nova. Bossa Nova is a type of Brazilian music that mixes jazz, samba, and Portuguese lyrics. I believe many of you hear it in coffee shops or restaurants. It's more upbeat than the traditional jazz music. There are lyrics, but the vocals are usually pretty light, and I don't speak Portuguese, so it's alright for me. It gives you like a feeling of the sunshine. So I studied with Bossa Nova when I was particularly not in the mood or I need to get rid of the unhappiness. There's a little more distraction compared to the first two kinds of music, but generally it's still calming and consistent. Most importantly, it really helps you with getting you into the happier situation. Now, some of you guys might be like, hey Terry, where's the dance music, the EDM, the things that you like the most? Well, back then when I was studying for college, I haven't started listening to EDM yet. But according to the general rules and my recent focusing experience, I'll recommend the following genres, listed from the lower energy to the higher energy. Ambient. Lo-fi hip-hop. Tropical house. Gaming music. Future bass. So those are the music genres I recommend for focusing, and here are some more tips for you to really make a customized playlist for yourself. Number 1, your preference over recommendations. You don't have to force yourself to work with something you don't like. So like if you really hate dance music, you're just not used to the sound of it, don't study with it, even if I said it worked for me, because what's really important is what works best for you. Number 2, try brain food music services. If you're not sure about what works best for you, try some streaming services online where there are playlists designed especially for focusing, or some playlists on Spotify in the focus section. Then you'll be able to slowly know what your personal focus music is like. And finally, develop your own taste for focus music. After you try many types of music, you'll eventually get an idea of what works best for you. So for example, classical music in general is a good choice, but I found I prefer music with major chords over minor chords. So next time I'll go with classical music with major chords. The more you listen, the more you're gonna learn about your taste, and you will be able to constantly improve your playlist. Alright, so this is my recommendations for focus music. I hope you guys find it helpful. Music has really been an important part of my life. It helped me focus when I'm studying and working. It cheered me up when I'm depressed and gave me energy whenever I need. So if you find yourself having a hard time focusing, try music. So let me know in the comment section what your focus music is like, or if you find these tips helpful. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. You can also go ahead and follow me on my socials so you don't miss anything from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Oh, come on.